Everyone says oiling your hair consistently will make your hair grow, but a lot of people either don't see results or they experience things like damage, breakage, or they don't know what's going wrong, even though they seem to be using all the right oils. This is because the majority of people make at least one or more of these mistakes that end up leaving your hair an oily mess instead of giving you actual hair growth. The good thing is, I'm going to teach you how to make the best out of all the oils you have and fix your mistakes now. The first major hair oil mistake you might be making is that you are actually using the wrong oil. Now, it's not to say some oils are good and some oils are bad, but for your specific hair, some oils may be good and some oils may be bad. I'll give you an example of my own hair. My hair absolutely hates coconut oil. Now, just because my hair hates it doesn't mean your hair is going to hate it. Also, my hair absolutely loves avocado oil. Avocado oil is my hair's favorite carrier oil. But maybe when you use it, it makes your hair feel greasy or it makes your hair feel dry somehow. It just doesn't work for you. So just because a bunch of people are talking about these are popular oils that you should be using to grow your hair, when you try it, if it doesn't work, find another use for it. If you're using the wrong oil, it will not give you the benefits that you're looking for. Another thing is sometimes even if an oil is good for everyone, maybe the density of your hair. If you have very fine hair and you use a very thick castor oil, it may actually cause some kind of hydro fatigue and it will actually leave you with some kind of damage or breakage because it's just too heavy to sit on your hair. It might actually cause breakage when you're combing it too because it's just weighing your hair down so much that your hair can't handle the weight of it. Instead, use an oil that your hair already likes, or you can experiment with oil mixes which already have oils in them like rosemary oil, tea tree oil, essential oils mixed with carrier oils, and they may be a higher chance of you liking those ingredients, but don't be afraid to try new things and find the one that actually works for you. The second mistake you might be making is you may have the perfect oil for your hair, but you're using too much. Too much of a good thing can be bad. You don't have to use oil every day. Also, when you're applying it to your hair, you don't have to use too much. You just need to use enough to do whatever you want it to do. If you're oiling your scalp and you only want oil on your scalp, if you put too much oil, it's going to run down all the length of your hair and it's just going to be too much and it will affect the rest of your hair and could even lead to dryness. The reason why this can cause dryness is because oil kind of seals moisture into your hair, seals the product onto your hair, or rather, it creates a barrier, a layer on top of your hair, which makes moisture difficult to come out of your hair, but it also makes moisture difficult to go in. So if you wash your hair every 1 week, let's say 7 to 10 days, and on the first day of washing your hair, you coat your hair in oil. This means if you want to moisturize your hair a second time or a third time in between the week, it's not going to be as effective as if you didn't have oil on your hair because there's a barrier blocking the products from actually absorbing into your hair. This will lead to breakage, it will lead to dryness, and also when you shampoo your hair, it's going to lead to even more dryness because you're going to have to use even more shampoo to wash the oil out of your hair just so your hair can be clean, oil free, and allow you to put more products to absorb into your hair. So please avoid using too much oil in your hair. Instead, what you should do is always oil your hair in sections. It doesn't matter if you have curly hair, if you have blown out hair like me, if you have naturally straight hair, if you have naturally curly hair. If you oil your hair in sections, it's going to make sure you use the adequate amount. It's going to make sure you access your entire scalp. And more importantly, it might help you not use too much because you won't go over too many places multiple times because you know you have a section. So you can do it in 4 sections, you can do it in 2 sections. As long as you are focusing the oil in specific areas, you will get the best results. Also, you can either use a dropper or you can use your fingertips. You can just warm the oil up with the pads of your fingertips and then go in section by section and massage the oil into your scalp. Another major mistake people make when oiling their hair is you actually don't leave the oil in your hair for long enough. Now, I know a lot of people don't like the feeling of oily hair. I am quite lucky because one, I don't really mind the feeling of oily hair, but two, I have a naturally dry scalp, so I also have quite naturally dry hair. I also have extremely thick and coarse hair, so even if I put oil all over my scalp, the correct amount, not too much, it just kind of absorbs and it will never run down the rest of my hair and make my hair feel oily because it just gets absorbed and my hair feels fine. But if you do not like that feeling or it just weighs your hair down, You still don't want to wash it off after only 5 minutes or something, because that is not long enough for the oils to actually do their job, and for whatever antioxidants and whatever benefits those oils have, it'll be difficult for them to penetrate your hair shaft, for them to work on your scalp if you wash them off too quickly. So I would suggest the minimum amount would be 30 minutes to an hour, preferably under heat with a plastic cap on, and then you can go ahead and wash it out and proceed with your wash day as usual. But my favorite recommendation is, if you don't like the feeling and you don't like to keep it in your hair for too long, just put it in your hair at night before you go to bed, and then wash your hair in the morning and you'll be done with it. If you're going to leave it in your hair overnight, I would suggest you either tie your hair with a loose satin scrunchie, kind of like this one here, or you can put your hair in a braid, you can put it in a twist. This depends, of course, on what style your hair already is in. Your hair might already be in twists or braids. If your hair is out like mine, if it's blown out, you can kind of tie it loosely or braid it. I like to braid it. Or if you have naturally straight hair, naturally wavy hair, still you may want to braid it up, because sometimes the oil can kind of dampen your hair a little bit, make your hair a little bit more prone to breakage if it's being stretched and pulled around. So you want to keep it secure as you're sleeping so that the oils can work in peace without you causing any damage. The fourth mistake a lot of people make when oiling their hair is not doing a scalp massage after. This is one of my favorite things when it comes to making oils more effective, because one, it can prevent you from putting too much oil, like the first point, because sometimes you may be forced to put oil on every inch of your scalp because you don't know how it's going to get there otherwise. If you do a scalp massage, you can use a minimal amount of oil, and you move that oil around during the scalp massage. And during that scalp massage, it will also heat up your scalp and warm your scalp, so the oil will naturally move all around your scalp and fill every single area. Also, if you're worried about putting too much oil in your hair and you space it very far in your hair, the scalp massage again can help distribute that oil evenly across your entire scalp. Another thing is, scalp massages on their own, even without the oil, stimulate hair growth because of bringing that warmth, bringing the blood flow to your scalp, opening up your follicles, reviving dead follicles. So if you have that oil, it's like you're working double time. Your scalp is activated, your follicles are ready to receive any product that you put on them. And if there's already oil there, you're kind of pushing the oil deeper into the follicles and making sure that your hair really absorbs the product as it needs to. Aside from working the oils into your scalp more efficiently, scalp massages also really help decrease stress. And if you do them at night, they can even help you sleep. And getting better sleep and having less stress is a huge growth factor when it comes to hair growth. Now, this can have detrimental effects if you don't know how to do a scalp massage properly. I've seen people say that they end up with hairs on their fingers when they're done. It actually leads to breakage or excessive shedding. If that is happening, it means you're not doing a scalp massage properly. If you want to learn how to do a scalp massage properly, I actually have a video you can watch right here so you can learn how to do a scalp massage the correct way and get maximum benefits. Don't forget to subscribe. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in my next one. Bye!